High Clash is the most versatile strategy in the game, the ranked 1 strategy right now for Legend League, and it is incredibly strong because you can bring your personal touch to this. And I want to give you guys today the example of this army which I'm playing right now, which is using a lot of super wall breakers in it. So I will exactly show you guys how to play it, and I want to give a huge shout out to Kazuma, who's like using, I think, as one of the only top players, those 5 super wall breakers. Typically we see only 4 in the army itself. And I like to do the 5 super wall breakers as well from Kazuma. I will link you guys this channel down below in the comments. So let's just go into it and show you guys some amazing attacks and what you can actually do with this crazy strategy. So what I love the most about this strategy is that you can use so many different approaches. So let's see if we can pull that off on this example and see if we can showcase that nicely. So what are we going to do? I feel like on this base, we try to charge the town hall, not right in front, like right front into this, but instead more from the other side. I think a lock launcher might be a good fit for this attack overall. So what we're doing is, I think we're starting with the queen roundabout here and let her walk to the right side, hopefully. So like, let's funnel over there. Let's use the king over there, wall break in the king, and then we're going to try to send everything in there. So let's see if that's going to work. Lock launcher right behind. We're going to send the Royal Champion in there as well. And then one Headhunter as soon as we're coming close to this. Poison and Warden ability. Perfect. Let's hope that the queen is going the right way. Come on. Yes, the queen is going the right way. That is awesome for us right now. That's really good. Let's reuse the range. Let's use the baby dragon. Let's hope that everything is going. No, king, please. Okay, the king. We have found the king not quick enough. The next thing is we need that... we need that air defense, please, out of the way. That would be awesome. That's next wall break, and that's one of the reasons why I like to bring that many wall breaks, right? Like, it is so good to just the Yeti mites, just to make sure that you can get towards that town hall. Like, that's the important thing. And with all of those wall breakers, you always get that done. So you're not relying on the lock launcher, for example. So far so good. We do not need a rage over there. The things are still looking really good for us. Let's see if we can do that. I feel like if we're done with the queen charge and if my queen is not skipping that scatter, we should be looking pretty good overall. So let's see if the queen is going to skip that scatter or not. That's like the big question mark right now. She is not skipping that scatter, which is awesome. Now the queen should eat, like, both sides are completely fine for us. And we have still good time. Time is still looking fine. Let's rage that. And now we need to be careful with the single front towers. Let's freeze that because... we want to make sure that this... oh no, please don't skip the town hall. Please don't skip the town hall. Another freeze. We can pretty much at this point use all of our spells just to take down the town hall and everything around that, because then we can just play the Lalo from the other side and everything should be alright. Let's do like this, like this. Okay. Queen ability next, so we might be able to still like use the freeze somewhere else. 1, 2, like that. The haste in there, the freeze now on the scatter and everything together. And you can see, guys, this is why I love the Queen Charge Lalo, like this approach. It is crazy. If you can keep your queen alive, you have so many possibilities. And as I said, on this specific case, it would have been fine with 4 wall breakers as well, but trust me, there's a lot of cases where it's just better to have those 5 super wall breakers to make sure that you can reach that town hall, even though it's really far on the other side. And that's why it's so strong bringing this lock launcher, because yes, you can use the lock launcher for the queen most of the times. Yes, that's what I typically tried to do as well. But if you learn from the master Kazuma, and if you watch his YouTube videos, you see that he's using a lot of times the lock launcher with the other heroes like King, Warden, and Royal Champion. And we did that exact same thing over here. Give them way more value, give them way more freedom of moving around the base and everything. And that's just so much stronger in my opinion. So that's why we're bringing the 5 super wall breakers. Let's dive into the next one. And again, we have a base which is kind of looking like the teaser base over here. On the far left side, we do not see any flame flinger value. That's like always something you can look out for. So what else can we do? I feel like on this base, we can really nicely, I think so, make work of that lock launcher. I feel like that should be doable for sure. So let's try to do exactly that. So what we're doing is we are going to charge into the scatter compartment and see if we can get the queen all the way towards the town hall. That's going to be our main goal. So let's see if we can make that work. Wall breakers work. That's always awesome. And then, yeah, I think we're just going to use the king to funnel around the top side. Never ever just like try to delay the king too much. Don't be afraid of using the king really early on. Hopefully the rage was quick enough. It should be. So never be afraid of that. That's no problem whatsoever. And I think we're just going to wall break already over here. Let's funnel lock launcher in. Use another wall break to get the queen and everything inside. And now let's use the royal champion. Looking good. Like that as well. Another rage. Then 1, 2, and the double wizard to get everything back inside. So things are looking good. My queen now has to actually step towards the top side, which should be doable for sure. Warden ability now. Let's go. We should be able to clear out the entire top side. Wall break over there. Oh no. There's a lot of red mines. Please don't be there any more red mines. That would be really bad for us. We need those. We need those healers alive. Okay. So, again, I feel like a lot of people like to run those super minions, which is totally fine. So, still looking okay for us. Need to be careful with the defending royal champion. We took care of the majority of those top defense, which is good. Now we need to make sure that we're somehow reaching their town hall. So let's see how the queen is stepping. She's stepping actually for the royal champion. Let's use the freeze. And we have one more wall break. This one wall break, yes, should be able to get us. Oh no, hopefully in there. Yes, it got us in there, so the tunnel should go down next. And as you can see again, with only 4 wall breakers, this would have not worked. This would have not worked at all. So this was really important. This was really clutch that we're getting this wall break. And with that, again, it's not that much left. It's not that much base left at this point. So let's see if we can get that done with our Lalo from the other side. Okay, this lava hound exploded really quick. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. Freeze that, haste that, something like that. Then freeze it again. We have the queen ability, like that's no problem whatsoever. Let's just use the add-ons as cleanup because just we can. And with that, another base is falling short against our Queen Charge Lalo. And you guys saw it. 5 wall breakers, otherwise you could have skipped that town hall. That would have been really bad otherwise. But this way, with having this amount of wall breakers, you are always going to reach that town hall. And the biggest thing, like the biggest trick which I can give you is try to learn where to use the spells. But you do not always only need the rages for your queen. As I just did, I raged up the core. I took down the core Mutanfron Tower with our raged up Yetis. Really make sure that you can see and identify where you need those spells. And with that, this strategy is just incredible. Let's see if we find a base where we do not use the lock launcher. But I feel like just the lock launcher is just the most fun because it's looking so overpowering with pretty much always clean up Lalo. Okay, we have a different base this time around though. The core is not looking that great to charge in there. So let's see what else we could do. We have, actually, that's like, maybe, wait. Let me think. Right now, I feel like I could just walk from this 9 o'clock side all towards the town hall, which looks really good. And then we could try again with the lock launcher. I said I do not try to prioritize the lock launcher, but I feel like this, all of those diamond-shaped bases are working so great with the lock launcher. It's really incredible. You just need to make sure that you're reaching that town hall with your queen. And as soon as that's done, the base is pretty much always done. Like that's how this works. So I would just go again with that. Use the king early on as the funnel. We need to make sure the queen is going the right way. She can reach everything from in here, so that's awesome. So let's do exactly that. Let's hope that she should stay in the right lane. Let's wall break in here and wall break after that into the into that compartment. We should not need too many wall breaks over there, so that's fine. Let's use the lock launcher now here. Poison. And then use the warden ability early on. I feel like on this one we need to use the warden ability early on. Do we need to use the wall break on the air defense? Yes, I think so, because that would be awesome. That 1 headhunter should be enough to save some more rages. So we have 4 rages still left. I feel like we can really, really easily rage up the core and to take down some scatter shots. I think that's a lot of value for us. So another rage again. Nice done. And then we can rage up the Yeti mites, because with the wall break they're going to get so freaking much value. It's going to be awesome. We need to be careful though, and that's now the multitasking part. We need to be careful though, because this single front tower has to go down. That's like the big problem otherwise. So I have to use a lot of those phrases. Make sure that's frozen again. Taking care of the bottom side as well. I think so far it's looking good for us. Let's freeze that one more time, and then we can use the Headhunter. Or actually, do we? No, I think we want to use the double Headhunter for the defending queen. I feel like that's better. Even though we have still a lot of... Wait, no, we have a lot of time. I think our queen should maybe be eventually fine to take care of that defending queen. So rage it up again, so my queen is staying alive. As I said, that's always like the key thing. The key thing for this attack to succeed. And now you can see we take care of that defending queen with that. We are good to go with our Lalo in just a couple of seconds as soon as the top Tesla farm is going to go down anyways, but this air defense, do we need to worry about the air defense? I feel like no. So let's just get started. Lalo in. A few more loons from over there. And then we should be already good to go. I'm using the haste to push everything like back into the scatter compartment, because the scatter at this point I feel like is the only thing how we can still fail this attack. So let's see if the haste is going to work like that. Yes, indeed. And with that, another base is falling short. I wanted to show you guys some other sieges as well, but you can just see how powerful this is. And yes, I know a lot of pros like a lot of top pushers like to really prioritize the Flame Flinger. I just feel like the big difference between the Flame Flinger and between the Lock Launcher to me personally is I run into a lot of baits. Like, I do not have the experience to know when exactly and where exactly to use the Flame Flinger. Yes, I sometimes use it when the use case is really obvious, but to me, the Lock Launcher is just not baitable, right? Like, as long as you're keeping with the Warden ability him alive, if you make sure that there's no point defenses on the Lock Launcher, you're always going to be fine. It's not really baitable to that degree that you can get rid of the Siege Machine value. So that's why I really like the Siege Machine. That's why I'm building the army around it. I personally like the one Sneaky Goblin just to be able to funnel like an annoying looking gold mine and things like that, which are always great. And guys, as always, the strategy link is down below in the comments. If you like to copy this army, feel free to do so. It's working wonders. It's really incredible. It's right now the #1 strategy out there. Queen Charge Lalo. Try to give your personal style onto it, because as I said, you can use the Lock Launcher as I do and prioritize that. You can prioritize the Slammer, the Flame Flinger. You have to adapt obviously with your Clan Castle choice. Like, if I like to run the Wall Breaker with the Yetis. For example, Lens Loader from the Tang is preferring the Rocket Loon with the Yeti Clan Castle. So instead of using the Super Wall Breaker, he's using a Rocket Loon in there. And then, like, for example, Boom, he's like, he likes to run the Dragon Rider with the loons inside. So it's really your personal style. Try it out. If you master Queen Charge Lalo, if you're good at Queen Charge Lalo, you're pretty much good at any Town Hall level where the Queen exists, because Queen Charge Lalo is always one of the top strategies in the game. So if you're putting the time into it, it's always worth it in the end. And guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something new about this Lock Launcher charge, and I will see you guys back tomorrow for the next one. Until then, see ya and bye-bye.